Hey guys, I got a new toy here. It's actually not a toy, it's pretty useful. This is it right here. It's called a U Scan. It costs about $60. Doesn't look like much, but I was looking for a diagnostic tool to use on all the cars that I work on, and most of them were fairly simple, and they were expensive. You know, they would give you just basic codes. You know, they might even just have lights on them, but they would just give you the basic codes, and then you had to go somewhere and look them up or whatnot to figure out. And then I saw this. I found this, and it's called a U Scan, and it actually just links up to your smartphone. And what's cool about it is it's like having a laptop hooked into your port, into your OBDII or your CAN port, and I'll show you what it does. It just goes into your. You're not gonna be able to see this well, but it just goes down here. Down here is the pedal area, and it just goes into your port right here, which I'm gonna do that now. And then I'll get back to the camera here. You just plug it in, and in the back of here it has a light you'll see will pop on, and that's going to sync up. It's got a Bluetooth built into this to sync to your phone, and your phone is just basically a computer. So I thought, and I'm going to test it out now, that was probably a good deal for the money compared to the other ones that were fairly limited. There were some that were even $300 or more that still didn't impress me. So if I can find this port, here it is, and maybe I'm going to get lucky and put this on the right way the first time. There it is. Okay, so you just basically, you know, push it in, make sure it's in there, right? I'm doing this the first time, so I had no idea if I had that on there right. The light lit up there for a second. Let's see what happens to it. I'll keep it there while I turn my phone on. It like basically what you do is you download an app to your phone, and it just works through Bluetooth. You know, it's just a little app. The app's free actually, and I'm just making sure the Bluetooth is synced up. This is my phone. So I know you're not getting a very good picture. So yeah, I'm just pressing the connect button. Maybe that light will start blinking on this once it connects. Okay, it's connected on my phone, so I'm going to the app here. Oh, no, I don't want to search my iPhone. And I'm just clicking on the YouScan app here. It's waiting for a connection. Detecting vehicle. It says make sure the key is in the on position. That might help. I don't have a key in the car, so I'm gonna go ahead and get in the car. So we're gonna drive around here, just see what kind of information this thing actually gives and if it's worth the money. So I don't have this camera on a tripod or anything, so bear with it. It's not gonna be super duper good quality as far as being stable and not shaky, but here I am. Keying on the on position now, so that noise is coming from, no idea. Okay, the key's in the on position, so let's see if I'm gonna try to get this camera this phone in a spot to where I can work it. I guess I can unplug it, make it easier. See if it'll focus in. Okay. So right now, I'm going to just read through the camera viewfinder, which is not going to be easy on me, so bear with me, I'm not this retarded. Okay, it says module 000, live data, and detected my car, which is 2000, it's an 08 Nissan 350Z. There's my VIN number if you want to write it down for anything. Alright, so let me go ahead and start it up. I'm sure this thing has to really work with your car on. Alright, car's on. I'll turn some lights on in here. Maybe that'll help with this. Alright, this camera's having a little bit of an issue focusing closely. And there we go. Okay, it's scanning. Okay. Mission status. Okay, my missions are test. And it's misfire test. Okay. Misfire monitor complete. Fuel system complete. Comprehensive components. Catalyst. Evaporative system, oxygen sensor heater monitor. Okay, that's all good. Okay, I found no codes, and you know that's always a good thing. So there's no error codes. Check engine light's not on, so I didn't expect to find any, but you never know. This is supposed to give me live data about some stuff, and I want to see how comprehensive that is. That's really what I was kind of interested in. And this should be the live data. See there, it says live data, view and graph live data. So let me pop that on. There we go. We're sideways with that. That's good. So it's reading my sensors. I'm just sitting here in neutral. Put the parking brake on, so I'll pull the brake. Let's see what it pulls up here. All right. Okay. So let's see what we have. Let's let you guys look at that for a second. It goes into more detail, I believe, as you click on each one. Let's see, looks like we have malfunction indicator lamp. Status is off, that's always great. Throttle position sensor. That's going to be the, I believe, absolute throttle position. Yeah, that's probably what that is. Obviously, engine speed, 650 RPM, and that's dead on. I would trust this actually more than I would the analog gauges. Okay, we have barometric pressure. That's cool. 29.2. Let's see, load calculation there. That's going to be my engine load. That should be interesting to look at while we're driving. What we have here, mass air flow. Okay, so I can read my mass air flow sensor in pounds per minute. That's cool. Coolant temperature, 183 degrees right now at idle. The engine is it's actually warmed up, so that's pretty much where my car stays. It never reaches the middle, it reaches slightly under, so I would imagine around 180 to 190-ish is probably where my engine stays, considering that if that needle is accurate. Let's see. We have intake air temperature. That's cool. I've been talking about those tubes I have, and it's 111 degrees Fahrenheit. So I've got I didn't know. I know the mass airflow sensor. That must be where it's picking it up. I don't know. But I've got intake air temperature reading right here, 111 degrees. That's warm. Considering it is. I'm going to show you the ambient temperature right now. Try if I can get this camera to focus reasonably well. According to the car, we're at 60 degrees Fahrenheit, okay? And the intake temperature is 111 degrees. And we have the timing, the ignition advance timing, 15 degrees. That's pretty high, which I don't know how high that is in contrast to this engine. I'm used to the only engine I really adjusted the timing on was my Mustangs, which ran about 10-11 degrees. So if I put a Mustang a 302 up to 15 degrees, that would be considerably advanced. And yeah, I wish this thing would stay focused tight. Okay, so this has a lot more readings. Let's go to the next screen. We have what else? Some of these things I don't know. I mean, I can guess on them. Let's see. Looks like I'm gonna guess that short-term fuel trim. So we have fuel trim 1, bank 2, long-term fuel trim. So we have this is impressive, in my opinion. So I'm not gonna go with the numbers. I mean, it doesn't really mean anything right now. Long-term fuel trim 2, and then we have vehicle speed. So that's handy. We have ABS load, so we have the absolute load value. That's handy. Fuel system 1 and fuel system 2 are closed. Let me give it a little gas. I think that's probably a reading it can't pick up. Looks like relative. I'm gonna guess that's relative throttle position sensor. Yeah. So basically, guys, that is the relative throttle position setting or position. That's the best way to think of it. So it's kind of a learn. Let's see if I increase the throttle. See how it's changing. I just revved it a little bit, and we'll watch this stuff as I drive. It's not gonna be easy. I got a camera. I gotta shift. All that. So I don't know how this is gonna work. I should have thought about this. Maybe I can stick this up in here and focus the camera on it. I wish I could have the camera locked. The camera I'm holding with my other hand locked. But for now, I'm just going to continue to go over what this thing has to offer. Just the main reason, because I want to show you guys this in case if you want to grab one. So that's the second screen. Third screen, we have lots more stuff. Let's see, throttle actuator commanded. I'll be honest with you, I don't know what that is 100%, so I'm not going to talk about this in depth. ABS, TPSB, accelerator position D, accelerator position E. That's cool. Catalytic, I assume that's my catalytic converter temps. Yeah, it's going to be on bank and sensors. So let's see, what is it reading now? Here at idle, I'm reading 32 degrees Fahrenheit at both my catalytic converters. We'll see if that increases, because that can't be right. You just saw the ambient temperature. What else do we have? We have, that's going to be the evaporative emission system vapor pressure. As a rev, it changes, so that's a good reading. And then we have the evaporative vapor pressure there. I'm gonna say this is going to be, as you can see, this has got to be like a some type of commanded. I'm gonna say that's commanded equivalence ratio. That's the best. That's my guess. Now I'm gonna be wrong with some of this stuff, but commanded equivalence ratio is at 0.994. Okay, let's go to the next screen and see what else we have here. So the next screen we have oxygen sensor readings. Okay, bank 2 sensor 2, bank 1 sensor 2, bank 1 sensor 1. Okay, so that's cool. And then bank 1 sensor 1. So I have all my voltage readings, which they're in good shape. Bank 1 sensor 2 is 0.280. Bank 2 sensor 2 is 0.280. So those are equal. That's awesome. And these two should be equal, which they're not, but they're close. See, they just came into the same values. That's what you want with your O2 sensors. As far as I know, you want them to be equal. if they're in good working order. Now there's specific voltages for them, but like I said, I'm not going to get into all that. There's some bank 1 sensor 1 equivalence ratio, more equivalence ratios for other banks and sensors of the oxygen sensors. Let's see, this is going to be the time since, I guess, the malfunction indicator lamp. So obviously my indicator lamp has not gone off, so there's no time. So it's going to time it since the last time I had a check engine light or whatnot. And let's see, that distance is going to be, that's going to be the distance or the mileage, I would assume, since the codes were cleared. It says 426 kilometers. If that's even in kilometers, I'd imagine that's what that is. But I haven't cleared any codes. Let's see, clear time 11 hours and 46 minutes. Doesn't make any sense because this is a brand new app and no codes were cleared 11 hours ago. So whatever on that. Don't really care about that. And then this is the last screen. Man, this got a lot, doesn't it? We have let's see, CL. What is going to be CLR TRPS? That's going to run. Let's see. It's got to be clear. It's probably the trip. Let's see. I'm trying to give you guys the best I can. The best meanings for these that I can think of. I know it's going to be the clearing of, I don't know if that's trip sensor or it's something like that. It's going to be the how many trips and since the codes were cleared, like how many times you drove the car, I think. And 16, that's a bogus figure. I'm not sure what's going on with a couple of these like that. That last reading, that was 11 hours since the codes were cleared. Because like I said, I just plugged this in. That's going to be, again, malfunction indicator light, and that's the kilometers since that happened. And that's accurate, 0. Fuel level, that's cool, 77.3. That's accurate. That's about as accurate as you can get. And there's my, just for your reference, this would be cool for me to see, actually, if I can get this to focus in here. I gotta zoom. Maybe I'll zoom and it'll focus. There's my fuel level, and it's saying that I'm at 77.3% of my fuel. And according to that, see, 50%. So I mean, you can see that that really kind of I don't know if that's tied into the analog gauge or not. It may be, but I'm thinking these codes are coming straight from the ECU. That looks more like 60% or so, maybe 65. And this is showing, if I can get it back on there, centering this right. This is showing 77.3. That's how much petrol I have. And then that is going to be vehicle power. That's just my voltage. So the reading on this, let's go in there. It's showing a touch over 14, and this is showing a touch over 14. So that these gauges, we can say they are pretty accurate. Because I mean, some of these gauges suck. Some of these analog gauges in cars suck. It just dropped. Let's see if this gets picked up because the fan just came on. It actually jumped up, and this one did too. As that fan came on, it dropped and then jumped up. Okay, so that's accurate. Let's go back here with 2 more settings, and that's the engine runtime. That can be useful, I suppose. 16 minutes and 16 seconds. Yeah, that's right, because I'm at 21 minutes on this video already. But we're gonna just go through this. I'm gonna drive it for a minute and see what happens to these figures. I'm trying to get the camera where it'll pick it up. What's cool about this is you can go, let me do something that's going to change a little bit. You can go up and you can click the graph on it. Let me click the graph on it. Of course, it's a little bitty button. There it is. Okay, and it's going to pull up an entire live graph in real time. I just picked up the voltage, just to show you an example. And it's showing current voltage. It's hovering between 14.8, 14.16, so on. And then it shows you the high voltage from the when you started it and the low voltage on. I'm going to rev the engine a little bit, and that should bring it up. I'm not revving it a lot, but you can see that's changed. But here we are. We're back. I'm going to keep it idling. Oh, look at the vehicle speed. Oh, it's in kph. I was about to say, how did it get changed to that? Let me turn this. I don't know what this is. It's got some line. I can draw like a John Madden. Now somehow the vehicle speed got turned to kph. That's annoying because I wanted to read this. I wanted to be accurate. Can I tap it and go back this way? Dang it. I did put it on metric, I remember. Anyways, 108 was my high. I can do the conversions. And let's see, 108 is going to be what? It's close to 60 miles an hour, right? That's going to be very close. I saw that for a second. I was like, oh, they're going to kill me. I was like, I didn't go 100 miles an hour. I didn't break the speed limit. So I'm going to go ahead and send this to myself. It's cool about this. I'll email it.